What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 19, and today we are returning with a brand new season of Career Mode. I love the season openers, I know you guys do as well, as our second year at Villa Park is going to get underway, and what you'll see today is pre-season. If we get to the final of the tournament, which we'll play, you'll see the game. If not, you won't see any games today, but also loads of transfers and loads of new players joining Aston Villa as well. On the screen right now, what you'll be seeing is some end of season business too. Basically, we signed one player to our academy and gave him a pro deal straight away, and 4 players got released as well, Christopher Samba and 3 youngsters too, who I didn't really rate too highly, and there might be something else as well, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, new season's here. I'm super excited and hope you guys are as well, because I love the new seasons. If you can get 2,000 likes on this video today as well, I'll upload a second episode of the new season featuring our first Premier League game later on tonight. So, new season begins. Let's go ahead and check the budget. First thing we'll do, I'm not expecting much due to all the pre-contracts we've agreed, but it's going to be 17.7 million. That's actually not that bad, although the wage budget isn't much, so really it's it's about 16 to 15 million pounds really. Okay, that's not much, but it's not as bad as it could have been. Obviously, the reason why it's not very high is because in a day's time, when we go ahead and advance, we'll get 5 new players arriving on pre-contracts, and as we know, they're on very expensive salaries. So as for our expectations for the new year as well, we are supposed to... Oh my goodness, I can see that one already. Wow, okay. Well, the youth development objective is within 2 seasons to have at least 1 player from the youth academy signed in the first season, play at least 50% of the games in the next season. Brand exposure objective is once you get a shirt sales objective, which always gets met. Continental, though, I just saw that one, reached the quarterfinals of the Europa League in our first season. That is going to be really, really tough. And domestically, oh my, finishing mid-table in the Premier League and reached around a 32 stage in the Cup. We failed the Cup objective last season, and I'm surprised the board didn't just say avoid relegation. Finish mid-table, okay, all right. And financially too, within 2 seasons, increase the club worth of your club by 30%. So, here we go. First season back in the Premier League. Board laying down some pretty strong intentions straight away. Let's advance a day in the calendar, get ourselves into a pre-season tournament, and also look at our squad for Season 2. We shall also find out who got promoted from the playoffs last season as well, along with us and Ipswich Town. So we'll get ourselves into the pre-season tournament. As ever, pick the one with the most prize money. And we shall go ahead and take a look at our new boys that have just decided to sign for us. Who got promoted then last season from the playoffs? Let's see if we can quickly skip to this. Am I going the right way? I always forget if I'm going the right way or the wrong way. Oh, it's going to take forever. I'm going the wrong way. All right, so there you go. It was Leeds United that got promoted from the playoffs last season. One of only 4 teams to beat us last year in the championships. That's quite interesting. And okay, so here we are then. We can see that Neil Taylor's left the club and joined Bournemouth. Gabby has left the club and joined QPR. Thank you for your service, Gabby of Lahore. And also here they are, the 5 players on pre-contract. Yaya Toure, Fernando Torres, Pepe Reina, Ross Barkley, and of course Ashley Young rejoining Aston Villa as well. This is why our budget is not very big to start the new season off. But hey, I'm excited for these experienced players to join the club. So, as you can see, this is our team heading into Season 2 with the experienced boys here as well. Toure, oh, Barkley's 83 rated. He looks very, very good. Oh, yes, that is a bargain. Barkley on a free. Barkley, Toure, Torres, Young, and Pepe Reina rejoining the club as well. Gary Garner's back from loan. Carlos Heel is back from loan. And thus, this is our side heading into the new season. As for transfers this year, we've about 15 to 16 million pounds in the budget. And if we do win the pre-season tournament like last year, we'll have around 21 million pounds to work with as well. I'm probably thinking primarily more than anything, we're going to need a new centre-back. John Terry, he's not retired, has he? Is John Terry retired? What? I didn't know that. Terry's retired. John, mate. Oh, I could have used with an email or something. I didn't know Terry was retiring. I'm almost certain in the squad hub last year it never said he was retiring. I'm almost certain it never said he was retiring. Did it? I don't think it did. I don't think John Terry said he was retiring. Well, John, thanks for helping us win the championship in the Carabao Cup, but he's gone. So, okay, definitely we need a new centre-back this year then. We've got Dale Fry and Eric Palmer-Brown, 2 good youngsters, and James Chester still here, obviously. But we're going to need a new centre-back this year. That's my #1 priority. And I'd like a new striker as well, because I'm not entirely sure that Kodja and Ben Brereton can combine the load all season long. But for the most part, it's a good team. But centre-back, definitely my #1 priority. I didn't realise John Terry was retiring. Maybe it's said and I didn't realise. I'm not entirely sure. But our pre-season group, Stuttgart, Kiev, Verona, and FC Cologne, or Köln, always get that wrong. So 2 German sides and an Italian side as well. And yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to go ahead and do some scouting, because we're going to need to sign a new centre-back for this season now that Terry's retired, no doubt. Alright, so I've now set the line-up for what would most likely be our first 11, or most probable first 11, heading into the first game if we weren't going to make any more signings. Do I start Ashley Young on the left side or start Andre Green? I think I'd rather have Young on the bench, really, and Green on that left flank. But I must say, I do like the team a lot. I do like the team a lot. It does, of course, need a lot more improvement, and we are going to need some new centre-backs this year, obviously, but I like the team as it is, and it's looking all right. It's looking okay. So what we'll do is we'll advance the first game against Kiev Verona in our first pre-season friendly. We will play that. We'll see how we get on. And normally what I do at the start of a new season, if this is the first season opener you've ever watched from me, is I wait until the preseason tournament is over before I make new signings. I'm not sure if I'll make one before preseason's over this time though, because we are going to need to go ahead and get some players in quickly, since we're quite thin on the ground in the centre-back role, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, our first game is Kiev Verona. Can we get the win right off the bat in our first pre-season friendly? Yes, we can. 2-1, and Yaya Toure scored on his non-competitive debut as well. Great start. Just check the free agents pool as well. Sadly, this time doesn't look like anyone good, but always worth a go, always worth a check. As we draw with Cologne in our second pre-season game, which means now I do believe if we draw our final one against Stuttgart, that will put us through. So let's just quickly simulate this game and see if we can get through to the semi-final stages. Obviously, in the pre-season tournament, like, you want to go far, but I'm not that fussed. But it's a lot more important this year, because the money is, as there's a loan offer here for Keenan Davis, QPR. I want to take him. Not against letting him go out on loan, actually. I'll think about that one. But this year it's a lot more important, because our budget is quite small, especially compared to other teams in the Premier League. We need to go far. So hopefully we'll get through this game and get through to the semi-finals, get a little bit more scratch to work with, and I might try and make some signings directly after the game before our semi-final. If we get there, and there we are. We are going to get there. Yaya Toure scored once again. Dale Fry scored, as did Jonathan Kodjia as well. So 3-0. We win. Did we win the preseason group as well? I think we did. And we'll take on the German side, Frankfurt, in the preseason semis. And yeah, we topped it with no losses. And that was how the other group finished up. So yeah, it's Frankfurt in the semis, as Mike's take on Stuttgart in the other. And yeah, I'm not against letting Keenan Davis go out on loan. This is a good, young, talented striker. Only scored the 1 goal for us last year, but had limited game time. We've got Hepburn Murphy, we've got Ross McCormack back from loan, we've got Fernando Torres in this season, plus Jonathan Kodjia and Ben Brereton, who are going to be our main strikers this year. I'm not against letting QPR take Keenan Davis out on loan, and maybe he can reunite with Gabby Bonglahor, the veteran and the youngster, and they can work together. So 1.1 mil for our progression in the pre-season group. I shall quickly negotiate the wage split with Queen's Park Rangers. You'll see that on the screen right now. And yeah, if you want to go Loftus Road, that's totally fine with me. Get some game time and hopefully come back a better player. So as for the new signings in the centre-back role then, I will be honest, I was doing some scouting in the post-season of last year, so I had these overalls unmasked before the new season, and these are my 4 targets for the CB role heading into the new campaign. Now, I thought Harry Maguire would be a brilliant choice. Obviously, coming from Hull to Leicester has done really well at the King Power Stadium, but because our budget is so small, if we were to sign Maguire, that would basically be all of our money gone on just a one player, and we're going to need more bodies, so I don't think Maguire's the guy we'll go after. I would like Timothy Fosu-Mensah. I think that would be a brilliant signing for us. Only 20 years old, 77 rated already, and this guy's very versatile, got some really, really great physical stats, and technically very decent as well, but once again, could cost a little bit more money, but these two are a lot more realistic, a lot cheaper, and based on the success we've had with Dale Fry, and more importantly, Eric Palmer-Brown, I think either of these signings will be really good. Cameron Carter-Vickers, maybe another young American talent coming in to join Tyler Adams and Eric as well. 3.3 mil valuation, 30.5 grand on the wage is quite a lot for a 20-year-old, only 71 overall, but does look pretty decent, medium-high work rate, and could be a good little addition to our backline. And also this guy, I've seen him play for Borussia Dortmund against Spurs. Dan Axel Zagadou, 2.6 mil valuation, 14 grand, and he's 6'5" with 86 strength already. I like the look of him. I like the look of Carter-Vickers. I'm just not sure which one to go for. We're actually thinking about it. We could possibly sign both. There is 19 million in the budget, but I did say I'd also like a new striker as well. If Davis goes out on loan, I'm probably going to sell Ross McCormack. I might want a new striker here as well, but It's not going to be Maguire. I'm not going to spend money on Maguire. Karl Vickers or Dan Axel Zagadou. I'm not sure. Right now, we're having success with the Americans, so I think I might go for Karl Vickers instead of the 6'5" Dan. Yeah, I'm going to go for Karl Vickers. Right now, the Americans are serving us well. I'm going to go for Karl Vickers. I don't think Spurs will ask for more than the 3.3 mil he's currently valued at. So what I'll do is put in a straight valuation bid and see what they say, and they say that's fine, but they want a 5% sell-on clause as well. Now, we could possibly sell him on for a profit like we did when we had him in my whole Football Manager save last year to PSG. So that sell-on clause could come back to hurt us, but to be fair, that's a valuation bid, and we need to make our pennies count with not much money to work with in Season 2. So I'm fine with that. £3.3 million plus a 5% sell-on clause, which isn't that much anyway when you think about it. Yeah, I'm okay with that deal. That's a decent little deal there. Now, Karl Vickers is currently on 30.5 grand a week, and I'd like to throw him in the first team, but I think in the first season he'll probably be a rotation member of our squad, which they're totally fine with, so that's good. Oh yes, 5-year deal. I'm getting on with this agent very well to begin with. Lovely stuff. We're going to disregard the release clause, but he does want a wage increase up to 40 grand plus a big sign-on bonus of 510 grand. We were getting on so well, me and this agent. If we give him 40 grand a week, that's a big chunk of our wage budget coming out there, and we've already got a lot of players on expensive salaries here anyway, plus 510 grand sign-on bonus is over $500,000. That's a lot of money, but it would be a 5-year deal. We wouldn't have to worry about a new contract for a very long time. And the Americans so far have all been fantastic since coming in. So I'm tempted just to accept it. But what I'll try and do is possibly get it just a little bit lower if I can. I'm going to duck the wages down to 35 grand a week. And I'll reduce the sign-on bonus to 400 grand. It's not that much, but every penny is going to really help with Aston Villa this season. And they're saying no, they're sticking to the original offer. So okay, fine. It's a lot of money. We need to make sure every penny counts. It's a lot of money, but so far the Americans are doing great work at Villa Park, and hopefully Karl Vickers will do the same as well. First signing of the new season, welcome to the club. We needed a new centre-back this year, especially with John Terry's surprise retirement. So yeah, Karl Vickers is in. And again, he's got some really good stats as well. He's got some really decent stats. Already 71 overall, just 20 years old. 81 strength, 72 sprint speed, 75 jumping, and technically 74 marking, 74 stand tackle, 69 slide tackle. With those medium-high work rates. Yeah, I'm okay with that signing. It is quite expensive salary for a player that's not actually that good at the moment, but it's a good young talent for the future. He did really well in my whole save in the brief time he was there in FM, so yeah, I'm fine with that. Karl Vickers is in, and I'll take it. We desperately need to win this pre-season tournament now, as confirmation of Davis getting loaned out just before the Frankfurt game, so he's off to Loftus Road for a year. Hopefully he does quite well there. But we desperately need to win this pre-season tournament, man. Our budget now is £15 million with 67 grand on the wage budget. That's not enough. That's not enough. We need more money if we're to have any chance of achieving the objectives this season in the League, the Cup, and in Europe as well, lest we forget. So come on, Aston Villa. Beat Frankfurt. Yes! Jonathan Kodjia with the goal. That puts us into the final. We'll get a bit more prize money for that as well. But we need to win this thing. It's not just enough to get to the final. We're going to need to win this thing. We've got 2.6 million for that as well. I'll play the pre-season final as we always do. You'll see that in just a moment's time. And it's going to be against Stuttgart in the pre-season final. Bring them on. And so as we head into the first and only game of today's episode, it is the pre-season final as we take on Stuttgart at the Veltins Arena. Playing the 3-5-2 for the game. That will of course be our formation this year, just like last year as well. But lots of changes to the lineup due to fitness reasons, and also quite a few players still away at the World Cup right now. So Rain is in goal, back three are Chester, Fry and Karl Vickers, with Young on the left, Bustos on the right, Yaya Toure the captain and Tyler Adams the DMs. I love this team. Dempsey the attacking mid, and up top together with Jonathan Kodjia and Fernando Torres. So yeah, first and only game, Stuttgart in the final. We need to win. We need the money. Let's go get it. Great start to this game, 18 minutes in, still 0-0. I'm distracted by the numbers of my players, because there's a few out there that just don't make sense at all. Ashley Young's wearing number 4. That needs to change, as Baumgartel turns that behind for a corner. I'll definitely change the numbers heading into episode 2, no worries, as Toure whips in a good delivery to the centre, and Kodjia heads it home. And one thing we don't want to change is this guy's goal-scoring form. Jonathan Kodjia, who was our top scorer last year, makes it Aston Villa 1, Stuttgart 0, and we have the early lead. Lovely cross by Yaya Toure as well for the corner. Brilliant delivery that, and Kodjia heads home. If you remember last season in the pre-season final, he did bag a brace for us. on our way to winning the trophy. And he's got one here 20 minutes into. 1-0 Aston Villa, perfect start. Good tackle by Tyler Adams. He's played well in this first half an hour. That's another American that we signed last season. He didn't get much game time, I must admit, but he looks really impressive as well. I got to say, the Americans are coming over, and they are looking really, really good in this team. As Ashley Young finds Kodjia, surely through for the second goal. It's Kodjia, and it's a great save by Zila. That was my fault there. It took far too long to take the shot. Karl Vickers to Yaya Toure. Toure to Tyler Adams, trying to play it through to Fernando Torres, into Dempsey, Dempsey to Kodjia this time. This time I'll smash it this time, and this time it's the target. A hatful of chances for Kodjia in the first half. He scored one, but we should be 3 or 4 goals up. Karl Vickers through to Tyler Adams, who wins it first and finds Dempsey. Americans linking up. Kodjia this time. This time. There we go. Zila gets a touch but can't keep it out. And there is our second goal. Jonathan Kodjia makes it 2-0 to Aston Villa. And last season he scored, what was it, 21 goals in the Championship to win the Golden Boot. I'm not sure how many he'll be able to get in the Premier League, but he's got to get into double digits. 2-0 there though, and we're looking at a much better team right now. 4 minutes to go, still leading by 2. Seems like the game is done. Stuttgart haven't trouble much in this game, but when they have, Rain's been equal to everything. And been pretty comfortable between the sticks, but they're looking for a late chance here, and they might get one. Ball played inside, and oh, well, right on cue, Reina with a really good save. He's had a really solid debut, Pepe Reina. Some good distribution, some good saves, and as we still lead by 2, there's a minute and a half of normal time to go, and unless they can score from this, oh, it's wrong reverse. Zila had a go, fires it over. No, it's going to be over now, 2-0, but Zila almost getting Stuttgart back in the game. Just waiting for the final whistle any second now, and there it is right on cue. So final score at the Veltins Arena, Aston Villa 2, Stuttgart 0. A brace for Jonathan Kodjia, just like last year. There's a doppelganger for you, as we get the win, and we start the season off doing exactly what was mandatory this year. Due to our quite slim budget in comparison to the other teams in the league, we needed to get the most amount of prize money possible, and we've done just that. And I have to say, pretty solid games from all of the experienced pros. I briefly mentioned Reina, but Yaya Toure, Fernando Torres, Ashley Young, all did pretty well out there. And that was a pretty impressive performance from the experienced players there. They're not just here to pick up the paychecks, they want to do something with Aston Villa as well, just like Dempsey did last year. So Toure is going to lift it alongside Pepe Reina. I don't think he'll be our captain this year, but you never know. It looks pretty decent on him, the captain's armband, as we claim the trophy and start off the right way. So very pleased with that. And based on the stats, I have to say, I think we deserved it as well. Stuttgart had some chances, but for the most part, the shots were quite tame, but Reina was equal to everything as we collect the win. And we'll give Jonathan Kodjia the man of the match for scoring the 2 goals as well. So yeah, that's it. Pre-season final is won, and what I think I might do is try and make one more signing to end the episode off, because we've got the money now. We've got a bit more money. What we got, like 20 million pounds maybe? 20... Well, we'll find out in a moment. Yeah, 20 million pounds, or about 21 million pounds. And that comes from the 3 million pounds we got for winning the European International Cup. So absolutely delighted about that. And Grealish with one of those emails saying, I want to get another chance. So Ipswich want Whelan for 520 grand as well. I'm just going to accept that. I've got no plans to play Glenn Whelan this season. That's totally fine with me. And yes, we've got 21 million pounds in the budget now. With wage budget alterations, that's going to be dropping deeper to around... Well, actually, not that much. About 19 million pounds, perhaps. About 19 mil. Plus the sign-on bonuses too. So, yeah, we'll try and make one more signing. And despite already picking up a new centre-back in Cameron Carter-Vickers, I think we are going to need another one for the reserves as we play with 3 at the back. So, we were looking at the youngster from Borussia Dortmund just a moment ago. But there was also someone I noticed on the free agents pool. Hallam Gillespie, who... Oh, his overall's disappeared. What? Oh, no, there it is. 67 overall. Wow, I just totally lost where the overall was on the screen right there. But he's valued at 925 grand, low high work rate, 6 foot, and 81 strength already. It wouldn't be a bad freebie, this guy, and I'm not against trying to sign him. Or should we go with Zagadou? Oh, Zagadou obviously is 70 rated and the same age as well, and 6'5" too. But I think we need to make our pennies count. So we'll go with Hallam Gillespie to begin with, and maybe Zagadou in a bit. Obviously, there's still a chance we could sign Zagadou, but again, we need to make sure the pennies count. So it's important that we don't spend too unnecessarily to begin with. We've got him on a sporadic squad role, but he only wants a 3-year contract. We'll negotiate that up to 4 years if we can, and they're totally fine with that. And as you don't have to pay a transfer fee for this guy, it's just going to be the wages and whatever he wants on the sign-on bonus. So as for the money, I'll give him the recommended wage, which is 5.7k. We'll wait for the agent to discuss the sign-on bonus, and they want 6 grand a week and a 76 grand sign-on bonus, which really, in the grand scheme of things, is not that much. So Hallam Gillespie is going to be our 7th new arrival for Season 2, if you count the 5 pre-contract players as well. The 7th new player joining the club. And hopefully it'll turn out to be a pretty decent free agent bargain for us as well. We might come back for the Dortmund defender 2 in a bit. But let's see if he's got any potential at all. At 67 rated at 20 years old, he could do. He could do. No, sadly he doesn't. Low high work rates though, but could still be alright. And you know, a cover player, to say the very least. And it just gives us depth, much needed depth to the position that we were lacking in anyway. So, yeah, I think we'll end today's episode there then. And we've ended on a high, making 2 new signings to join the 5 new players joining as well. We shall find out our opponents for the first game of the season, and it's Arsenal at home. That's going to be a tough test. And also, our Europa League qualifying round is going to be against Orebo SK. Very interesting. Never faced those guys before. And those will be our Europa League qualifying opponents as well. So, in the next episode, we'll play our first Premier League game and the qualifier 2, the first qualifier 2. And that will be coming out tonight if you can get 2,000 likes on this video as well. So, thank you very much for watching the season opener, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy the first episode of Season 2, then please do drop a like. Don't forget 2,000 likes for a new episode later on tonight. And hopefully I'll see you for it later on this evening. Bye.